Hi there. My name is Heather. I'm a licensed professional counselor in New Jersey. I wanted to pop on here really quick because something has been coming up in my sessions and usually comes up in my sessions with my clients because we do a lot of work with like changing thoughts, changing patterns of thought, changing patterns of behaviors, things like that. And so it's just something that I've been thinking about, and I wanted to share it here because I think it's appropriate and I think it might help you if this is something that, maybe you struggle with some thoughts that are maybe unhelpful. So basically, we've been kind of going over this idea that there's never really a time when your brain isn't learning, right? So your brain can always learn. It doesn't ever stay stagnant in one place. It's not like you can't learn how to process information differently or do things a different way or think of things a different way. There's always, other ways of thinking about things. And the process that I find my clients sometimes struggling with is this idea that it does take time for your brain to sort of pick up on those new ways of thinking, those new ways of behaving. It doesn't just happen because we're talking about it. It takes time. So the way that I kind of describe it to my clients, because I think it's helpful, and you know that I'm a visual person, is just that I kind of imagine, walking through, the woods, right? So you're walking through the woods every day. You take the same trail to get to, the lake on the other side of the woods, let's say. You take the same trail, and over, day after day, it makes it so that trail is like much easier to see, right? There's, the weeds kind of like break away from each other. The brush kind of like, moves apart. The grass gets, pounded down, and you can start to see the earth underneath the grass. You can kind of see the lane that you're walking, right? But it takes time, right? Well, what happens is when we get used to using like negative thinking patterns, it's similar to just taking that same trail every day. And because it's so easy, we fall into it really quickly and without hesitation. So we just sort of go down that trail because that's the way we get to our lake, without even thinking. However, what we do in our sessions is we will figure out other ways to get to the lake. And the reason that we would have to do that is because, on your trail that you're using day to day, now you're seeing bears, you're seeing snakes, you're seeing things that are, unhelpful and scary, quite frankly. So you're recognizing that it's unhelpful. You're recognizing you don't want to take that same trail anymore. Now you have to find a different way. So now we're brainstorming in our sessions, and we're figuring out new ways to think about things and new ways to, or adapting different behaviors, and it takes time now to carve out a new trail to that same lake, right? And so now you're bringing your tools with you, and you're hacking away at the tree branches, and the grass is starting to break away, but it takes a while. It's not as if it's already carved out for you. And that's exactly how the brain works. You have to take your time with establishing these new thoughts, these new thought patterns, these new behaviors. You have to take the time to do it. That's why, sometimes counseling is hard because it does take work, but it is so worth it, because when you come away from a situation that you have been so notoriously handling in a negative way, now handling it in a more positive, healthy way, you'll start to really just see the benefit in it. And it's unbelievable. So I encourage you to, if you're noticing some negative, thinking patterns that you're using in your day to day, we have to figure out other ways to think about things, other ways to approach things, because it's not helping you. It's hurting you. Those bears and those snakes aren't going anywhere. So keep that in mind. If you have negative thinking patterns and you're looking to change them, or if you need some tips, feel free to reach out to me. I'm around, okay? So reach out. I hope this helps, and I'll see you soon. Bye.